Iyer is here for the industry presentation. Can we have a round of applause for Mr. Iyer? Over to you.
Thank you. Am I audible? Is this working? Hello. Yeah. So good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for that welcome. The morning panel talked about how Chandigarh is a very welcoming city. Actually, they have no idea how welcoming Chandigarh is. Chandigarh was very welcoming about 2-3 decades back. Chandigarh was very welcoming to a bunch of engineers about 2-3 decades back. A bunch of very thirsty engineers who were doing their engineering in Haryana, which was in prohibition. And it was REC Kurukshetra students. So no prizes for guessing where I did my engineering from. So yes, I have very fond memories and association with Chandigarh. So anyway, to kickstart things, let me give a brief introduction about myself. I head the business for a company called Anthology in India. Anthology, let me do a quick introduction. Anthology is a US-based edtech firm which provides technology education institutes to solve their problems when it comes to administration as well as teaching and learning. We have partnered with more than 8,000 institutes across the world, in more than 60 countries, in more than 80 countries with 60 plus SaaS products. Our products and our portfolio extends and helps solve problems for universities at various life stages of a student. Right from the time he's not even a student, he's a prospective applicant, to the time he exits your university and becomes an alumni. So you have ways to engage with your alumni and anything and everything in between. So we have a bucket of solutions which are called lifecycle engagement solutions. The main solution here being the CRM solution. We got a bunch of solutions in enterprise operations which improve your efficiency. These are ERP solutions, and we got a bunch of solutions in teaching and learning, which are primarily in the area of learning management systems. By the way, we also own Blackboard LMS, which is the world's leading LMS system. We have been partnering, of course, we have a very rich legacy of customers in the US because we've been operating for more than 4 decades. But in India, we've been operating for about a decade now. We've got a lot of impressive partnerships that we've been able to. Right here in Chandigarh, Plaksha University started their operations on our platform and doing very well. Similarly, we have UPES, Pearl Academy, Shiv Nadar University, and so on and so forth. Now, I've been given 10 minutes and probably I've eaten up 2 minutes already. And I cannot talk about 60 products. I'll be presenting here for about 4 hours. So what I wanted to do was I want to take one of those products which I find is very topical these days, which is the learning management system. And the product that we have is called Blackboard Learn, which is simply the words. Blackboard almost invented the category called learning management system about 2.5 decades back, the world's leading LMS platform. What does Blackboard Learn do? Blackboard Learn is very inclusive. It has a very elegant user interface system for you to be able to manage your teaching and learning. Very easy to set up, easy to use, and easy to maintain. It has been set up with a lot of DEI standards in mind, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion in mind, where our raison d'etre, as in our company policy is that, vision is that we want to encourage learning without boundaries. So it's built with a lot of inclusivity principles in mind. It's a very flexible LMS platform because we realize that teachers and faculty, there is a little bit of a barrier when it comes to adopting technology in the digital age. So we don't expect the faculty to change their pedagogical approaches to the product. We expect the product to be flexible and be malleable enough to adopt to the faculty's pedagogical approaches. So it's a very flexible platform and it's very insightful. Ultimately, we are here to serve our learners and ensure that they are on their journey of academic and learning excellence. So you need a lot of insights about how your course is doing, how you are doing, how your students are doing, and you need to be able to action on those insights. So that's something that I'll be talking about. But even LMS is a broad topic. So what I wanted to focus was, since the audience here is primarily faculty and administrators, primarily faculty, I wanted to talk about what are the challenges faced by faculty when it comes to using an LMS, and how Blackboard LMS helps you overcome and mitigate these challenges. There is we expect faculty obviously to be very good and masters of their domain, their core domain. We do not expect faculty to become technology experts. So there is a lot of pressure today on faculty to be able to design courses which are very engaging for students on the technology platforms. That is one of the challenges. Setting up assessments and grading them is also a very time-consuming exercise. I'll talk about how Blackboard LMS helps you, save time and make it less stressful for faculty to be able to design assessments and grade their students. Faculty also struggles today. We live in an age of data. That's true for any system. But simply having data is, for want of a better word, it's almost useless. Data has to be converted to insights, and even that is not enough. Insights have to be actionable insights. You get an insight, and you need to be able to action on that insight, otherwise even the insight is useless. So I'll talk about how Blackboard helps you get actionable insights. And of course, we also realize that the LMS is not an island. It has to connect with other technologies, with other adjacent systems, and that's one of the challenges that faculty faces. Oops, yeah. So let's talk about course design. Like I said, Blackboard LMS has a very intuitive and elegant UI for you to be able to clearly, quickly create courses. There is a very quick content creation and editing feature here where you can just simply drag and drop content from wherever you want in line where you exactly want in your LMS system. So you can design your courses and your content in a very, very easy drag and drop manner. Content is right where you want it to be. You can also change the availability of the content to your students with one click. You want to make it available to the entire class or a particular cohort of students, it's possible in one click. Content in your course, there is yeah. Can we fix the audio here? I really don't know what they can do because there's a big gap there. If you can increase this volume and probably reduce that volume, that might help. Is this better now or is it the same? You still hear that more? It's okay? Okay. I'll try to raise my decibel level. So like I said, content can be placed by faculty through drag and drop wherever they want in line, but this goes beyond that. You have an option for the content to play and engage within the browser, within the system, instead of taking you to another system. So, and the control file behavior can be, there are multiple options for you to be able to make it available to students. Let's talk about assessments and grading. Here, I'm no doubt there are a lot of faculty members who might be teaching more than 2, 3, 4 courses. And each course might have maybe 40, 50 students. Now that's a lot of overheads for a faculty member to be designing assessments and to also be grading these assessments. So Blackboard LMS provides a lot of control for faculty to design your assessments. There are a bunch of options when you design your assessments. You can provide multiple options for your students like allowing or disallowing late submissions, like allowing them to skip questions, allowing them to randomize questions, all with just clicks and drag and drop. Students have the choice to take different test-taking strategies, which is depending on them. You also have the flexibility to offer flexibility to your students. That's the level to which we provide flexibility. And once you design your assessments, there is an option to create very engaging questions with the content which is there. For example, there is one such feature called spotlight question, or hotspot feature rather, where you can actually make it engaging for the student to engage with the content, engage with an image, engage with a video file, and make it more engaging in general. Lastly, I'll speak about grading. The grading page of Blackboard, this is a very, very popular feature among all faculty members that we've dealt with. This gives you a holistic view of a student's progression, because now we're increasingly moving from summative to a formative kind of assessment. Now you have a rolling grade which builds up over a period of time. You get a holistic view of how a student is doing right across the year, across the different tests which are happening. You can change the weightages on the fly. In case a student is lagging behind, you can actually click that student and you'll get a menu to message that student right away within the system. So this is what we are talking about. One of the things that I spoke about is actionable insight. You get insight about how your student is doing, and right there you can take an action, nudge the student, and prod them towards academic excellence. Lastly, one of the things that I spoke about is insights. Everything that a student does on the LMS is tracked. We don't want to sound like Big Brother, but this provides a lot of data to you about how students are engaging in your courses or in your digital assessments. So if you get a view at a student level as to how the student is doing, in case you find the student is not keeping up, their activity level in the course is not up to the mark, you can immediately send an alert to the student. You same kind of report at a course level. So here is a course I'm running. How many students have not even started the course? How many have completed only 30% of the course when 90% of the time has elapsed? All those kinds of insights are available. You can even set automated threshold alerts. So if by this time students who have not completed even 20% of the course, they should automatically get it. So all these flexibilities available with this. I spoke about student performance alerts. And of course, we live in an integrated world. There is very, very quick and easy access and integration available for you to leverage other technologies like, say, for example, Microsoft Teams. You want to put up a live class, the integration is readily available. Collaboration tools from Microsoft Teams can also be leveraged. All those integrations are already available. You can also leverage content hosted on any of the popular cloud platforms that are available. So essentially, Anthology and Blackboard, we want to remove the administrative overhead from faculty and let you focus as much as possible on your core job of teaching. That's what we are here to do. But just having the technology platform and the tools is also not enough in these days. It is also important for you to be able to design, to create engaging content. In today's age, we are in the post-pandemic era. Let's step back and see what happened during the pandemic. Suddenly, schools and colleges shut off. You were forced to go online in an emergency manner. The term is called ERT, emergency response teaching, emergency remote teaching, I should say. What did most of the faculty do? Whatever content was there available, they just put it online in, for lack of a better word, mundane format. And while it kept the lights on, it was not very engaging for students. So the world is now moving on. Of course, the pandemic is raising its head again, but largely, it's going back to normal. Now those old, just taking the content and putting it online, that is not going to be enough. You need to create more engaging content. And let's not forget, our learners are typically Gen Z kind of students. They're not only used to, they demand a superlative experience when it comes to engagement. They spend their life on OTT platforms, on Uber, on all kinds of social media platforms, which is extremely engaging. It's screaming for their attention. So we also owe it to them to create content which is very engaging. And if you see, there are a lot of certifications available in the market to create content for social media. There is no credible agency to certify a faculty for content creation. That's where Blackboard Digital Teaching and Learning Series comes in. We have a curated course of 3 sub-modules, if you must, which start from basic to intermediate and advanced. This is available to, of course, on a remote basis. A remote basis for faculty to take up. At the end of this course, you will be Blackboard certified for digital teaching. Now that's a very credible badge of honor that you can carry. What I want to finally leave with is, I think I've done my time here, but what I want to leave with is, we realize that, one is, we are an American company, but we don't price our offerings like an American company. You'll be very surprised at how aggressive and price attractive it is. We are launching a package, we are actively rolling it out, which is 2 parts. One is the DTLS that I spoke about, which is the digital teaching, how to create content. And we have a very attractive package for you to start using the platform for, say, maybe one program or one course for a small bunch of students, say 500 students. And the package is very attractive. You can start small and then scale up big as you want.